Peace and love, family. Peace and love. It's your boy Chris Enlightened coming back again with some more spiritual riddles. And today I'm going in on the power of hate in your life. Ooh, this is a good one, family. This is a good one. The power of hate in your life. Ooh. This is a good one, family, because a lot of people aren't even aware of the power of hate in their life. They're not even aware of it. A lot of people don't understand how when you embrace hate in your life, you create a bridge for more hate to find you. I remember about 10, 15 years ago, I was Mr. Hate. I was always mad, wasn't making the money I wanted. Things never went my way. The man was against me. I was still mad about slavery. The government's on my back. Bills out the wazoo. Living check to check. Owing everybody. And then I realized, man, here I am gaining all this knowledge, but I'm still hateful. What's the use of me gaining all this information if I'm still mad? And that's when I had to do a self-assessment of myself spiritually. I said, okay, I've amassed all this information, but I have all this hate in me, and I'm pushing people away. And that's when I was like, you know what? I'm done watching all this stuff about the Illuminati. I'm done watching all this stuff about, things that other races have done to me, because it's not doing anything for me right now. Is it putting any money in my pocket? No, it's not doing any of that stuff. And I realized that a lot of that stuff is out there just so I could lose, just so I can keep tethering my consciousness in losing reservoirs of uncertainty. And when you anchor your consciousness in a reservoir of uncertainty, your life depicts what you're anchoring your consciousness in. Everything around me was uncertain. I was worried about the future, worried about this, worried about that, worried about these bills, worried about what I was going to eat, eating dollar meals because money wasn't right. But when I started working on myself, embracing light, embracing joy, giving thanks, helping people, my life started to change. I started to attract particles of winning consciousness. There's particles of consciousness flowing all out in the universe. And depending upon how you're vibrating, you're going to create a portal, or you're going to open a window for that to find you. So when you're anchoring your consciousness in unfavorable situations that happened to you in the past, you have to let it go, family. You have to let it go, because your life is an illusion. It's a high-tech illusion, and it feels real. But you create the tapestry of your reality by how you feel and how you think about things. So I really want you to be mindful about how you think about things. It's easy to be like, yeah, you forgive people, but forgive people is like a word like love. It's different for everybody. I don't want you to forgive people. I want you to categorize what happened to you, that person done to you, and categorize it and put it away. You don't have to forget it, but you have to move on. Because if I say forgive that person, you're trying to attain a situation or a mindset that will never happen. And you'll be anchored in that anger because you're trying to reach something that's unattainable. But anyone can take a bad, unfavorable situation, categorize it, remember it, and put it away and move on. Because we all come here to grow and win spiritually, family. We all truthfully come here to embrace our magic. The darkness in your life, the unfavorable situations, all the challenges in your life, you chose them so you can grow spiritually, to help you usurp your divine primordial light, will, and right to use magic in your life, family. You have to realize that. First thing, you have to want more in your life. If you're anchored in hate, you don't see more for yourself. But when you dissolve your need to have hate in your life, you realize there's so much more life. There's so much more out here. There's so much more greatness that the Creator's bestowed upon you to take part in. That's why I wrote those books, Poverty Consciousness, to make you become aware that you have poverty consciousness. I should have wrote Dissolving Your Limitations first, before Wealth Consciousness, because it's too big of a jump to go from poverty consciousness to wealth consciousness. So I wrote Dissolving Your Limitations. That's kind of a prequel to wealth consciousness, because once you're aware that you have poverty consciousness, you have to dissolve your limitations, and then you'll be able to usurp or claim your divinity and your wealth consciousness. So I really want you to go out and get those books in that order. Dissolving Your Limitations, The Enlightened Talk, because The Enlightened Talk is a book of metaphysical poems that's guaranteed to titillate your frontal lobe, family. That book is to get you to start thinking beyond what you've been programmed to believe in. When I was writing those poems, I was literally going beyond the boundaries of my consciousness and extracting things from the ether and putting it on paper. When I read all those poems, I was like, whoa, this is some heat. And that's why I wrote that book, to kind of massage your mind. And I wrote Poverty Consciousness to give you a spiritual slap. I wrote The Wealth Consciousness to let you know that, there's divine forces out there that you can tether your consciousness to so you can win. I got rituals in all those books to help you align your consciousness up with other wealthy consciousness humans and entities. And I wrote Dissolving Your Limitations to help you dissolve your limitations. Everything's in the title, family. Everything's in the title. So hopefully you got some Jews on the energy of hating your life, how you don't need it. It's not even really real. All these things like hate and fear are nothing more than self-imposed algorithms, self-imposed low vibratory algorithms to help you not win at life. Okay, family? So hopefully you got some Jews. It's always your choice. You already know what I'm choosing. I'm choosing winning.